Right, this is practice for type 1 functions. Remember, type 1 functions, nothing is sent or passed to them, and the function doesn't return any value. So we want to declare a function that doesn't take any parameters nor returns value, a type 1 function called print me. So it doesn't return anything, so we say void, and then the name of the function, and we don't send it anything, and we put a semicolon because it's a declaration. Number 2, how will we call this from main or from another function? I would say print me, and nothing in the parentheses, semicolon. That's it. And what would the function header be? Well, remember, this is the actual writing of the function. So the actual function, the writing of the function has a header and then a body in between squigglies. So we just want the header, which is the same thing as the declaration. So I'm going to copy that, paste it, but there's no semicolon. That's it. And then we would write the function, whatever it does inside these squigglies. But I'm just asking for the header. So that would be it. All right, so number 4, we have some, what would the output be of snippets of code? Let me just put this back here. All right, so we have a little program, pound include IOStream. Okay, I'm gonna have one function in our program besides the main function, right? We've been doing the main function all the time. If you notice, main is a type 1 function, right? If you look at it, this is main's function definition. So I'm going to have another function called intro. It's not going to return anything. We're not going to send anything to it. And main starts like it always did from the first line in main, or the program starts from the first line in main. So we're going to output the magic number is, right? So that's going to output. And then, and remember, the answers are down below on this. So, and then we're going to go to intro. So we're going to jump out of main and we're going to go down below main, right? And we can have more than one function, right, in our program. So there's only one here. It's called intro. So now we're going to run the 2 lines of intro. Well, it's going to create 2 ints, a and b, 5 and 10 respectively. And it's going to output a times b. 5 times 10 is 50. So it's going to output 50, right? So again, the magic number is outputs. The magic number is, and then jumps down here, and that's going to output 50. Then we jump back up, and the program, once we're done this, once it hits the last squiggly of the function, it jumps back into main and goes to the next line of code after that. So it's going to output goodbye. Technically, it's on another line, but goodbye. And then I'm going to call intro again. Well, intro does the same thing. So I'm going to go in here, makes 2 variables, a and b, 5 and 10, and it outputs 8 times b. Well, 5 times 10 is 50, so it outputs that. Then it jumps back into main, but there's nothing left. So that's the end of the program when you get here. So there's the output for that. All right, write a program that uses a function called do something. Do something will ask a user to input 2 integers and then output the average of those integers. Main's first going to output hi, then it's going to call do something, and then it's going to output the word by. So here it is right here. Here's number 5, right here. Okay, so I have pound include IOStream. I have void do something, void, right? And then I start my main. I want to see out hi first. I'm going to call do something, right? And then I'm going to output by after do something runs. Well, here's the do something, the writing of do something. Here's its declaration. Okay, here's its call, and here's the writing of it, its header and the body. So we have do something says it's going to enter, you're going to have the user enter two integers. I'm going to enter them into M and P. I'm going to output the average. Remember, I can either cast this. We're talking about two doubles, so I want to make sure if I add two integers and just divide by 2, if I were to do this, right, I'm going to get integer division. So if m plus b is 7, 7 divided by 2, integer division is 3, not 3.5. So I either want to cast this to a double and or divide by 2.0 instead. So that's number 5. All right, so 6 is in 2 parts, but it's the output of the following programs. Okay, well, the first one I'm just going to go through. I have one function here besides my main function called Bob. Right, there's its declaration. Okay, so right now it's going to run the first line of main. It's going to output dog. Goes to the next line, outputs cat. Then it calls Bob. We jump down outside of main, go down below main, look for the function Bob, but there's only one function. Right, you'll see in B there's going to be more than one function. And that creates two ints, A and B. A is 2, B is 5, C is 2 plus 5, 7. I'm going to output 7. Then we jump back into right after the Bob call, which is C out good. So dog, cat, 7, good is the answer in that order. And there it is down there. Dog, cat, 7, good. All right, the next one, pound include IOStream using namespace std. I have another function. Okay, and this one's called the same thing, Bob. Has nothing to do with the Bob from the other program. And I have another function called myfunc. Right, they're both type 1, so void on both sides. We're going to start main. It's going to output dog, so that's our first thing. Outputs dog. Then it's going to call myfunc. So it jumps up, down, outside of main, right, down here. It looks for myfunc. Well, this is not myfunc. Oh, here it is right here. So I'm going to go into myfunc. I'm going to output or do whatever's there. In this case, it's just a C out. So Guns N' Roses is terrible, while Nirvana is awesome. So that's going to output. Then we jump back into main, continue the program right after the myfunc, and it's going to output good. So we have dog, Guns N' Roses is terrible, while Nirvana is awesome. Then it outputs good. Then it's going to call Bob, jumps out of main, comes down here, looks for Bob. Okay, there it is right there. It's going to run what's inside, which is this, right? See out high. So dog, Guns N' Roses, blah, 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 good, high. And then it jumps back into the program where the next line is the end of the program. And here it is down here. That's it for function type 1 practice.